Hi everyone, it's dinner time. To heal, I have prepared for you soup and sandwich, one steak pita sandwich and one salmon pita sandwich with my chunky style mango salsa. It's easy, it's healthy, it's delicious, and I'm going to show you how to make it step by step with my delicious, easy to make homemade vegetable soup. Let's get started. Well, before we get started, I just want to take a second and say thank you. Thank you for joining, and don't forget to subscribe for more recipes that are made in a more healthy way and learn how to use the energy of food to heal. Let's start off with this yummy steak pita. My friends, all three of these recipes are so easy to make, healthy, delicious, and decadent. It should only take you about 10 minutes for each.
First thing I'm going to do is sharpen my...
The first step to making a good pita sandwich is not just the bread, but what are you going to put in it and on it. I have here real mayonnaise from Duke's. I find that it is the best mayonnaise to use when you make the best garlic aioli. So delicious. Start off with 1 cup. Okay, my friends, to make this delicious, easy, and healthy, decadent sandwich spread garlic aioli, all you need is 4 or 5 garlic cloves. I have here 3 large ones and 2 medium ones. Go ahead and mince that up. You put it in your 1 cup of mayonnaise with 1/2 tablespoon of olive oil. I have an extra virgin, 1/2 to 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and salt and pepper to taste. Stir it up. Put some plastic wrap on that bad boy and put it in the refrigerator. You have here an upgraded sandwich perfection. Garlic aioli. Now, I know a lot of you will say she's using a mayonnaise. That's not healthy at all. If you move around enough, it is healthy. You still need the cholesterol. You still need the fat. It's in moderation. That's the important part here. That's the key. And as you see, I'm not using that much salt. You're thinking it's not going to do anything. Yes, it will, because this lemon juice is going to make it more strong. When you put it in the refrigerator, the longer it refrigerates, the more powerfully packed that flavor will become. You don't need that much salt. This is making it in a more healthy way. Next step, we're going to take a red onion and cut about 1/4 of it. Now, this is all about preference here. I don't like a lot of onions in my recipes. This is all about preference. You can put as much as you want, but I have about a teaspoon to 1/2 tablespoon. The second ingredient is some tomatoes. Now, the preference about the tomatoes, it's on you. There's no strictness here, but I'm telling you, these cherubs are so sweet and so firm and so juicy. I love the texture. I have autism, so texture is a big thing when it comes to food, and so is freshness. These babies take the cake, cut them and dice them up, bite-sized pieces, put it in the bowl with your onions. I have here, I probably say about 2 cups. Actually, you know what? This looks more like 1.5 cups to a cup. Next up is another one of my favorite juicy, delicious, but crispy fruits that could argumentatively be a vegetable. I love me some cucumber. This is an English cucumber. It's going to yield for me at least about a fourth cup to a third cup of diced or sliced cucumber. So, in the spirit of keeping it green, the next ingredient is the almighty parsley. My friends, you want something to synergize the energetic properties of all of the foods, all of the ingredients that you've put into this, all of the energy that you're putting into it. You're going to need parsley. Parsley gives a synergetic effect to the energy that you put into the food when you're cooking. It does it naturally. I have here about a half a cup. It seems like a lot, but it's going to wilt down. Now that all the ingredients are in the bowl, go ahead and add to that 1 tablespoon of freshly squeezed lemon juice, 1 teaspoon of olive oil, I have here extra virgin, a half a tablespoon of balsamic glaze or balsamic vinegar, an optional squeeze of honey, and a sprinkle of red pepper flakes. I love me some pepperoncini, little spice, never hurt nobody. And then add to that salt and pepper to taste, just to adjust it as you like. Throw some plastic wrap on it and put it in the refrigerator to chill. For our pita sandwich, I have here a certified Angus beef boneless bottom round steaks. We're going to go ahead and season both sides well. And we're going to start off with a nice layer, cover all the surface with a sprinkle of kosher salt, coarse kosher salt, black pepper, onion powder. It's important to use the powder and not the salt, and garlic powder. Sprinkle an even layer of Italian seasoning. And I have here this special type of garlic. This is an option, but let me tell you, it is absolutely delicious. Put it on both sides. But before flipping it over, you want to go ahead and massage that dry rub into the steak. This prevents you from having to do it, putting it in the refrigerator and letting it sit overnight. Perhaps you forgot. Watch after you put this in the pan and cook it for 5 minutes on both sides. I am telling you, the tenderness will blow your mind. It's so juicy. I have here a medium-low heat with oil and butter. Now this butter that I'm using is Imperial, and the reason why I use Imperial butter is because it truly is Imperial, because it's made with vegetable. There is no animal fat. So I absolutely love cooking with it. And I can have that nice butter taste without the guilt. We're going to go ahead and, like I said, 3.5 to 5 minutes on each side, depending on how well done you want your steak. I want mine well done. And then we're going to put it on a plate and we're going to let it rest. We're going to let it rest with some foil on the top for 5 minutes. And after that, it is ready to cut and slice, and look at these yummy juices coming out of this deliciousness. It's time to play. As you can see here, for my sandwich, the bread of choice is pita. It looks soft and warm because it is. I put it in the oven for about 3 minutes. You can cut it in half and stuff it, or do it like I'm doing and just fold it. So we're going to start out with our garlic aioli. So absolutely delicious. You want to upgrade your sandwich? This is it, my friends. Put it on one side or the whole pita and begin to build. And as you can see from the other videos, I love arugula. If you haven't tried it, you don't know what you're missing. Go ahead and put your slices of steak on the top. It's seasoned so perfectly and juicy, tender. And then on top of that, we're going to put on our cucumber and tomato salad, my friends. The aroma, it smells so good. It smells absolutely delicious. Fold it over, and my friend, you have steak pita perfection. Easy to make, healthy, delicious. It's decadent. My friends, when your teeth sink into this sandwich, oh my goodness, that warm pita bread, then your teeth breaks through and you get that garlic aioli burst of flavor, the crunch, and the pepperiness of that sweet arugula and lettuce, and that perfect combination of cold and warm with the cucumber and tomato salad with that perfectly seasoned steak. Easy to make, healthy, delicious, my friends. It is decadent. You'll thank me later. Here's to your health. Well, after a sandwich like that, you want something to go with it. Why not soup? Did you know it takes your body roughly 12 to 48 hours for that steak to pass through your digestive system? So, why not accompany it with veggie soup? And give your body that time to rest and use what it has absorbed, like, for instance, Nursing Nutrition 101. Meat is the primary source of vitamin B12, which is vital to our body's health and ability to heal. Vegans and vegetarians often find themselves supplementing to make up for it. And that, my friends, is why I believe in the power of mushrooms. If you need to supplement, try putting mushrooms in your diet as well. That's what I've learned, and it works for me. I don't eat meat every day, so I believe in everything in moderation. So as you can see, I have here chopped up about 1 to 1.5 tablespoons of red onion, and I have here about 1/2 cup of baby golden potatoes, peeled and diced. Yes, my friends, as you can see, I always try to keep it green. We have here two of my favorites, the king of herbs, basil. Just chop up about 2 to 3 tablespoons and about 1/3 cup of that synergetic parsley. The fourth and final ingredient is frozen vegetables. I'm using 3 cups, but you can use as much or as little as you want. Oh yeah, we're also going to use about a 1/3 cup of diced tomatoes. With about 1 teaspoon of a cooking oil of your choice, add your potatoes, stir them in, let them sit in there for about, cook for about 1 to 2 minutes before adding in your onions. So after about 3 minutes, the onions will become translucent. Go ahead and add in your vegetables. After our mixture has cooked for 2 to 3 minutes, go ahead and put in a small dash each of kosher salt and black pepper. Next, put in a dash of onion powder and a garlic powder as well. Now I have here smoked paprika, but if you prefer, you can use sweet paprika instead. Now, because we're using fresh basil and fresh parsley, you only need a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. If you put more than that, you'll get a funny taste and it will be too heavy. The herb will be too heavy inside the soup. Speaking of which, it's time to make that green rain. You're going to go ahead and put in half of your parsley and basil. And put in that final ingredient, a 1/3 cup of diced tomatoes. I have here Italian style. If you notice, I use wooden spoons because I know that there is a connection, an energetic connection between me and that spoon and the food. And when I stir, my energy is going into the food. So keep your thoughts positive. If you notice, I believe that there is layers to the energy of everything that we do, and that's why I layer on the flavors. I just sprinkled a little more salt, and I'm going to go ahead and put in some beef bouillon, my friends. Just 1 teaspoon, it's all you need. This here is completely optional. I have grade A dark maple syrup. I'm only going to put in about a 1/2 teaspoon. And then I'm going to go ahead and cover my contents in here with water, probably about 4 to 5 cups. Let it boil and set to a simmer for another 15-20 minutes, and you have vegetable soup perfection. Easy, healthy, delicious. My friends, this soup is decadent. Listen, if you're trying to give your body a rest and let it heal, healthy and simple doesn't get any more delicious than this, my friends. My vegetable soup is the bomb diggity. It's so easy to make. The aroma, it is, oh my goodness gracious, that is therapy all in itself. You will be coming back to this. You're going to say, I'll just have a small bowl, and it's not going to end there. You're going to have a bowl after bowl. You're not going to be able to make this soup last for 3 days, but it should. Here's to your health. Okay, let's go forth, my friends. Let's go forth with this soup and try making this salmon pita with my chunky mango salsa. Eating with pita is so versatile, but my chunky mango salsa really tops them all. It's versatile as well. You can use this with chicken, beef, steak. Oh my gosh, like I said, you can use this recipe with your leftover Thanksgiving turkey. This salsa is packed with flavor, and instead of using tomatoes, it requires red bell pepper. Sweet, crispy, crunchy, juicy red bell pepper. Okay, so delicious. You're going to start off with about a tablespoon of onions. I have here red onion. And then you're going to go ahead and get a jalapeno pepper. My friends, you can use serrano here if you want to, but I like the sweetness of the jalapeno. I'm going to go ahead and cut it in half and remove the seeds from half and then leave the seeds in the other because I do like it a little spicy. You'll see me later also add in a little cayenne pepper. We're going to go ahead and cut up our mango. I have here a nice ripe mango. I go ahead and cut around the core, remove the skin, and then I'm going to cut it in these little pieces that are small enough that look kind of bite-sized but kind of close to diced. So it's in between bite-sized and in between diced. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 my friends. It looks absolutely beautiful in the bowl. And like I said, we're going to take this jalapeno pepper and cut it in half. And one half is going to be de-seeded and the other I'm going to leave it in there because I like it spicy. We're going to go ahead and keep it green. I'm going to use a bunch of cilantro. Now, this is something that is all about preference. To me, you can't have enough cilantro. I'll put more in and then say, oh, maybe I need a little more. It doesn't end. I'll put more cilantro on top of the sandwich when I'm done because I really like it that much. But that's a matter of preference for this recipe. However, I'm going to use about a third cup. It seems like a lot, but the acidity from the lime juice is going to wilt it down. See, I told you my chunky mango salsa was so simple. All you need to do now is put in a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half of that freshly squeezed lime juice, a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of olive oil. I have here extra virgin, an optional teaspoon or half a teaspoon of dark grade A maple syrup. Stir that up and put in a sprinkle of salt and pepper and an optional sprinkle of cayenne pepper. Place some plastic wrap on the top and put in the refrigerator and let it chill. My friends, there's nothing else left to say. You know what I'm going to say. It's easy, it's healthy, it's delicious. Can you not see? It's decadent. Wow, it's so pretty and colorful. You also didn't see me do this with my herbs, but before I rinsed this arugula off, I made sure that all of my herbs and my arugula were sitting in vinegar and water before rinsing them off to effectively clean them properly. My friends, like I said, this meal is so simple. All three of them are really. This beautiful piece of salmon only requires a little bit of coarse kosher salt and black pepper on both sides. Go ahead and put it in the frying pan with a little bit of olive oil and let it cook on both sides for 4 to 5 minutes on a very low to medium heat. Let it rest on the plate and go ahead and get a fork and flake it apart, or you can leave it whole. I'm gonna flake mine up. And then it is time to plate and build this yummy, delicious pita sandwich. The very first thing we're going to do is get out that yummy, delicious homemade garlic aioli. Aioli is just Italian for oil, in which we used olive oil, extra virgin, so yummy, so creamy. It makes it so creamy. Spread it on that pita. Put a little arugula on top of that on one side. Place your flaked up or whole choice of protein. I have here some yummy, delicious, flaky salmon. And then we're going to cover that up with that chunky Phoenix style mango salsa. Oh my gosh, it smells so sweet. And I can smell a little bit of that spice. Oh my goodness gracious. Fold it up. And it is tantalizing. Okay, the aroma, it's going up my nose so strongly I taste it before I am eating it. You know what I mean? Oh, goodness. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I put my foot in it. I won't be surprised if I find a finger or toenail in this thing. So, yeah, it would be rude for me not to taste this for you. Please believe me. Oh my gosh, this is so good, you guys. You don't know what you're missing. I don't want you to miss out. You have to try this. You just have to try it. It's so good. So delicious. Easy to make. Healthy, delicious. Yes, it's decadent. Bless you all. Thank you for joining, and don't forget to subscribe to Dinner Time to Heal. You're God's child. Thank you for watching. If you've been blessed by this content, help the phoenixhealingministries.org grow and subscribe to our channel. Give us a thumbs up and share our content. You're worth it. You're worthy. You're enough. You're God's child. And as always, it is not just your spirituality that can define your journey. It's your journey that can define your spirituality.